I made a post the other day talking about how being single and happy about it is considered to be a radical form of protest. And I talked about some of the hate that I have gotten from posts that I have shared, both past and present. And a woman on my YouTube channel actually commented and said, of course you're going to get a lot of hate because you're saying all these things and you're also a black woman. And that, like, that made me think, that made me pause. Because, yes, I mean, white women say these things and they get hate. But it's going to even more so happen with black women because of a couple of reasons. I'm going to get the hate from black men because they fetishize white women, Hispanic women, women who are white presenting, and they put us down. They hate us. So it's offensive to them. How dare you be content? I don't want you. You should be hurt by this. And I don't give a shit. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I didn't really get a lot of hate from white men. I can count on one hand the hate that I got from white men, but if I did get any hate from white men, it's more than likely going to be for the same reasons that black men say the hateful things that they say, and also because being a black woman, I'm not supposed to have a voice. I'm not supposed to have any rights, I'm supposed to be grateful and humble for the people that do actually like me. I should be thankful that anybody's paying attention to me. Now, the hate that I get from white women, both aggressively and passive aggressively, it's because of this like Christopher Columbus idea of whatever you have, it should be mine. If you're happy and I'm not happy, that makes absolutely no sense. The same reason for white men, you need to be humble and you need to stop bragging and talking about it. If I'm not happy, nobody's supposed to be happy. You're talking too much. You're too aggressive. You're too blunt. And that's where you get the people, like there's people on the internet who are too, and they're talking about me. I've had white women tell me I have a bad attitude. I'm too sharp, I'm too much, I'm too something. And it's also because they don't like a black woman speaking with confidence and authority, because I shouldn't have that. Now, with the hate I did get from black women, there's this myth that black women are not submissive. Okay. I have met so many black women, and I used to be this type as well, who would give everything to just have a man in their life. This whole who gets served first, your kids or your children, who gets the bigger piece of chicken, that's the black community right there. Get mad if you want to, I'm just being honest. And statistics show that we have the highest domestic violence rates because we put up with the most shit. We know that black men don't want us, so that if we get one, we gotta hold on to it because black love has to prevail. A lot of us grew up very religious, and the man is the king of the house. And then they see me not wanting to do that, and it's just shining a mirror to their faces that doing all this stuff is not working. But they're programmed to believe that it has to. So my choice to not participate in that feels like an attack on them. And I've even been told by black women too that my standards are radical, and going back to white women, they label my happiness trauma. They're more likely to say that it's hyper independence and it's trauma. Black women say the trauma thing too, but that more so comes from white women. My happiness is trauma. My happiness is hyper independence. Black women will say my happiness, my standards are radical. and extreme. And I just really think I really think that's unfortunate that simply saying, I want to be treated with love and respect is radical. I would have never thought that helping women realize their worth and being like, hey guys, this isn't good, this is a bad situation to be in and we should expect more. I didn't know that was harsh and aggressive. A black woman being happy and content with her life feels like such an attack on people because we're supposed to be at the bottom of the leaderboard. We're not supposed to have happiness. We're supposed to be taking care of everybody else and carrying the world on our back and being grateful for the opportunity to do so. So you have a black woman, several black women who say, I don't want that. I don't subscribe to that. I have boundaries. I'm not going to settle. I'm content with my life. And I want other women to feel the same way. And people hate it. They hate it. It's like when I say, I don't think I'll ever get married again. It just really doesn't seem like something that I would want to do. And then I get comments from people saying, well, you don't have to worry about that because nobody's ever going to marry you because black women rarely ever get married. And then I'm like, well, even if that is true, okay. And they they short circuit. Me as a black woman being happy and content is seen as a radical form of protest because life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness was never made for me in mind. It was never meant for any black person in mind, but especially not for me. And I'm gonna stay fucking up the patriarchy and fucking up white supremacy.